welcome back to our channel. If you're passionate about coins or looking to make a profit, you're in the right place. Let's explore the exciting world of rare coins together. In 1988, the world was undergoing rapid change. From the rise of new technologies to significant geopolitical shifts, it was a year marked by notable events. But amidst the social, political, and economic changes, one thing remained constant: the U.S. Mint was still producing coins for daily use. Among them, the 1988 one-dime coin quietly entered circulation, ready to serve its purpose in the hands of everyday Americans. On the surface, the 1988 one-dime coin may seem like just another coin from another year. However, as we delve deeper into its historical context, design, minting process, and the world of coin collecting, we uncover the fascinating story behind this unassuming coin. And for those who are patient enough to seek out the rare examples, we'll reveal how this humble dime could be worth a staggering $122,000 today. Let's begin by setting the stage in 1988. The United States, still recovering from the 1980s recession, was experiencing economic growth, and technology was advancing at an ever-increasing pace. In the political sphere, President Ronald Reagan was in the midst of his second term, and the Cold War tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were beginning to ease. Domestically, the country was riding a wave of optimism, driven by a strong economy in the sense that the worst of the earlier part of the decade was behind. Meanwhile, in the world of coins, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of producing the Roosevelt dime, which had been in circulation since 1946. The Roosevelt dime, designed by John R. Sinek, was first introduced as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. Roosevelt had been the president during the Great Depression and World War II, and his legacy of leadership and service was honored through the coin that bore his likeness. Since its inception, the Roosevelt dime had become a staple of U.S. currency, used by millions of Americans in daily transactions. The 1988 one-dime coin follows this long tradition, featuring a design that had been relatively unchanged for decades. On the obverse, or front, of the coin, we find a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left. The simplicity of the design has made it one of the most recognizable in U.S. coinage. Surrounding the portrait are the words "Liberty" at the top, and the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the right of Roosevelt's face. The year 1988 is inscribed below his image, and beneath the neck, you will find a small mint mark indicating where the coin was produced, either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. The reverse of the 1988 dime is just as iconic. It features a bundle of olive branches, a torch, and an oak branch, representing the key values of liberty, peace, and strength. The phrase "United States of America" arches across the top of the coin, while "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," is inscribed at the bottom. The reverse design has remained largely unchanged since the coin's inception, solidifying its role as a timeless symbol of the nation. Despite its simplicity, the 1988 one-dime coin has an interesting background when it comes to the production process and its place in American coinage. In terms of its composition, the 1988 dime was made of cupronickel, a blend of copper and nickel. The coin weighs about 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, making it one of the smallest coins in circulation. This size and weight have become synonymous with the dime, and it continues to be one of the most commonly used coins in the U.S. economy. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced an immense number of dimes to meet the needs of the nation. These coins were minted in two locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The majority of the coins were struck for circulation, but the Mint also produced proof coins, which were specially made for collectors. While the majority of the 1988 dimes that entered circulation were nothing special, collectors soon began to take notice of the unique examples that were emerging from the production process. For numismatists, coin collectors, the appeal of the 1988 dime lies in its potential for rarity. As with any mass-produced coin, the most valuable examples are those that feature unique characteristics, whether through minting errors, exceptional condition, or other rare attributes. Among the 1988 dimes, one of the most sought-after types is the error coin. Minting errors are common in the world of coin collecting, and these mistakes can drastically increase the value of a coin. In the case of the 1988 dime, one of the most notable errors is the double die error, which occurs when the die used to stamp the coin malfunctions. This results in a doubled image, most often seen in the lettering of Liberty or the motto, "In God We Trust." This error, though relatively rare, is highly coveted by collectors because it represents a unique and historically significant mistake. Double die errors can be subtle or quite obvious, depending on the degree of the duplication, and some examples of the 1988 dime with this error have been known to fetch hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Another minting error to look for in the 1988 dime is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the press during minting, resulting in a portion of the design being missing or shifted to one side of the coin. These off-center dimes are highly valued for their unusual appearance and the uniqueness they bring to a coin collection. An off-center strike can significantly increase the value of the 1988 dime, especially if the error is severe. In addition to minting errors, the overall condition of the 1988 dime plays a major role in its value. Coins that have been well preserved and show little to no wear and tear are considered to be in mint state. A dime in pristine condition, particularly one that has been carefully kept out of circulation, can be worth far more than its face value. In the case of the 1988 dime, a well-preserved coin in uncirculated condition could be worth upwards of $10 to $50. However, the true value of the 1988 dime lies in those rare, highly coveted examples with minting errors or unique characteristics. If you're lucky enough to stumble upon a 1988 dime with a double die error or an off-center strike, the coin could easily fetch a premium price in the market. For coins in exceptional condition or with significant errors, the value can rise substantially, with some of the most highly prized examples reaching as high as $122,000. That's right, a 1988 dime that was originally worth only 10 cents could now be worth an astonishing $122,000, making it a true treasure in the world of coin collecting. It's a fascinating reminder that sometimes, the value of a coin has little to do with its face value and everything to do with the rarity and uniqueness that it holds. Whether it's due to a minting error, its excellent condition, or its place in American history, the 1988 one-dime coin is an enduring symbol of the power of collecting. For those with a keen eye and a passion for numismatics, it represents not just a coin, but a piece of American heritage, a small object with the potential for immense value. So, next time you come across a 1988 dime in your pocket or coin jar, take a closer look. You never know what hidden treasure you might have in your hands. The 1988 dime is more than just a piece of currency, it's a piece of history, and for collectors, it's a reminder that even the smallest coins can hold the greatest value. In the mid-1990s, the United States found itself at a crossroads in its history. The nation was witnessing an era of economic growth, technological advancement, and political stability. The world was moving fast, and while many significant changes were taking place, one thing remained unchanged: the production of coins to represent the American people. In 1996, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of issuing the Roosevelt dime, a coin that had become a staple in the pockets of everyday Americans. Little did anyone know, however, that this seemingly ordinary dime would later captivate the world of numismatics and fetch a staggering price of $115,000. The 1996 one-dime coin might appear unremarkable at first glance. But, as with all coins, its true significance goes beyond the mere surface. To understand the appeal and value of the 1996 dime, we must first delve into its historical context, the design that has become iconic, the minting process, and the elusive rare examples that collectors covet. Only then can we fully appreciate how this coin, originally worth just 10 cents, became a sought-after treasure that could now change the life of its lucky owner. In 1996, the United States was under the leadership of President Bill Clinton, who had been re-elected for a second term in office. The nation's economy was experiencing a period of prosperity, driven by booming technology sectors, rising stock markets, and low unemployment rates. The country was in the midst of a technological revolution, with the internet beginning to change the way people connected, communicated, and did business. At the same time, the world was witnessing the closing chapters of the Cold War, with the collapse of the Soviet Union still fresh in the minds of many. In the realm of coinage, however, the 1996 dime was part of a long-established tradition. The Roosevelt dime, introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death, had been the standard 10-cent piece for over 50 years by the time 1996 rolled around. Franklin Roosevelt was chosen to be featured on the coin due to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His legacy of service and determination resonated deeply with the American public, and his likeness became an enduring symbol on the dime. The design of the Roosevelt dime had remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1946, and the 1996 coin was no exception. On the obverse of the coin, Roosevelt's portrait is prominently displayed, facing left. Surrounding his image are the words "Liberty" at the top and "In God We Trust" on the right side, along with the year 1996 just below his neck. The coin's mint mark, either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, can be found near the edge of the coin. The reverse side of the 1996 dime features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, representing the nation's values of liberty, peace, and strength. Above these symbols, the words "United States of America" are inscribed, with "De pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," below. This reverse design, first introduced in 1946, has become one of the most recognizable and enduring symbols of U.S. coinage. The 1996 one-dime coin, like its predecessors, was minted primarily from a combination of copper and nickel, a composition known as cupronickel. The coin weighs 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. It is small, lightweight, and easy to carry, traits that have made the dime a staple in American commerce for decades. In terms of production, the U.S. Mint struck millions of 1996 dimes to meet the needs of the economy. These coins were produced at two minting locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. While most of the 1996 dimes went into circulation, a smaller number of proof coins were also minted for collectors. Proof coins are specially struck with polished dies to create a high-quality, mirror-like finish, and they are often sold at a premium price to numismatists. Despite its widespread production, the 1996 one-dime coin has generated a surprising level of interest among collectors. While many of the coins from this year are fairly common, there are some rare examples that can command significant sums. As is often the case in the world of numismatics, certain attributes of a coin, such as minting errors, exceptional condition, or rarity, can cause its value to skyrocket. One of the most coveted features of the 1996 dime is the potential for minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, leading to a coin that is unique or irregular. In the case of the 1996 dime, one of the most desirable errors is the double die variety. A double die error happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts or malfunctions, causing the design to be impressed more than once, resulting in a doubled image. This can often be seen in the lettering, particularly in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." Coins with such errors can fetch a substantial amount on the collector market, especially if the doubling is clear and pronounced. Another error to watch for in the 1996 dime is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the press during minting, resulting in part of the design being missing or shifted to one side. Off-center strikes are considered highly unusual and can be valuable to collectors who appreciate the uniqueness of the error. The degree of misalignment can vary, with more severe off-center strikes being more desirable and valuable. Aside from minting errors, the condition of the 1996 dime is another crucial factor in determining its value. Like all coins, dimes that have been well preserved, without signs of wear and tear, are considered more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. In the world of coin collecting, coins in mint state or uncirculated condition are often worth far more than their face value. While most 1996 dimes in circulation show signs of wear, those that have remained in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or damage, can be worth significantly more. But the true allure of the 1996 dime lies in those rare examples that combine multiple desirable features. A 1996 dime with a minting error, such as a double die or off-center strike, in excellent condition could potentially be worth thousands of dollars to a collector. However, there are specific examples that have gone above and beyond, achieving values well beyond what anyone could have imagined when the coin was first produced. Some of these extraordinary dimes, especially those with rare errors and exceptional preservation, have sold for as much as $115,000. The immense value of these rare 1996 dimes demonstrates just how much the world of coin collecting is driven by the pursuit of rarity and history. What was once a mere 10-cent piece has transformed into a highly sought-after collectible that commands incredible prices in the numismatic community. In conclusion, the 1996 one-dime coin represents much more than just a small piece of currency. It is a symbol of American history, a product of a vibrant minting tradition, and a testament to the unexpected value that can be hidden in the most ordinary of places. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, the 1996 dime is a fascinating example of how something so simple can have a lasting impact on the world of coin collecting, and how, with a little luck and knowledge, a coin worth just 10 cents can ultimately be worth $115,000. So, the next time you come across a 1996 dime, take a closer look. You might just have an extraordinary treasure on your hands. In the year 2000, the United States was in the midst of a momentous shift. The millennium had just begun, and the world was rife with anticipation and excitement. People looked forward to a new century, filled with endless possibilities. It was a time of rapid technological advancements, the rise of the internet, and the early stirrings of globalization. Amidst all this change, one thing remained constant: the production of coins. As the United States Mint continued to issue its standard coinage, the 2001 dime coin, featuring the famous image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, emerged as a significant player in the world of American currency. At first glance, the 2000 dime may seem like just another typical coin. It's small, lightweight, and carries the familiar design that has graced dimes since 1946. However, the world of numismatics, coin collecting, is filled with layers of history, rarity, and value that might surprise even the most casual observer. For many coin enthusiasts, this dime represents more than just its nominal value of 10 cents. It stands as a symbol of a turning point in history, a piece of the American legacy that has been passed down through generations. Let's start by taking a closer look at the historical context surrounding the 2001 dime coin. The United States, as the world entered the new millennium, was enjoying a period of relative prosperity. The country's economy was booming, fueled by rapid technological advances in computing, telecommunications, and the rise of the dot-com industry. The economy was thriving, and the stock market was soaring, especially during the dot-com bubble that defined much of the late 1990s and early 2000s. It was a time when people were more optimistic than ever, and yet, beneath the surface, there were growing concerns about the future. Many were anxious about the Y2K problem, a bug in computer systems that threatened to wreak havoc with the world's technological infrastructure as the calendar switched from 1999 to 2000. Despite these concerns, the year 2000 came and went with little disruption, and the United States entered the new millennium with a sense of accomplishment and progress. Amid all this, the 2000 dime coin was produced. Much like every year before it, the U.S. Mint continued to strike millions of dimes to meet the country's need for circulating coinage. The Roosevelt dime, which had been in circulation since 1946, was a well-established part of American currency. The coin's design, featuring the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt, remained unchanged for decades. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, had led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. His legacy as a champion of the common man and a leader in times of crisis was immortalized in the form of the Roosevelt dime. On the obverse of the 2000 dime, Roosevelt's portrait is featured, facing left. Surrounding the portrait are the words, "Liberty," at the top, "In God We Trust," on the right, and the year, 2000, below Roosevelt's neck. Roosevelt's image is instantly recognizable, and for millions of Americans, it is a symbol of the resilience and strength of the nation. The coin's mint mark, either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, can be found near Roosevelt's neck. On the reverse side of the coin, the traditional design of a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch are featured. These symbols represent the ideals of liberty, peace, and strength. Above the image, the words "United States of America" are inscribed, with "De pluribus unum," Latin for "out of many, one," just below the branches. This design, introduced in 1946, has become one of the most enduring and recognizable symbols of American coinage. The 2000 dime, like most modern dimes, is made of cupronickel, an alloy of copper and nickel. The coin weighs 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. It is a small, durable, and highly portable coin, making it a valuable part of everyday transactions for millions of people across the country. In terms of production, the U.S. Mint struck millions of dimes in 2000 to meet the demand for currency. These coins were produced in two minting locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins with a P mint mark, while the Denver Mint produced coins with a D mint mark. Both versions of the coin were issued into circulation across the United States. However, while most of the 2000 dimes were widely circulated and used for everyday transactions, a smaller number of coins were specially struck for collectors. These coins, known as proof coins, are produced using special dies and processes to create a higher quality finish. Proof coins are often sold to collectors at a premium, and many coin enthusiasts consider them a must-have addition to their collections. In the case of the 2000 dime, these proof coins were made available to collectors in sets, often accompanied by other coins from the same year. While most 2000 dimes are not particularly rare, there are some variations that have attracted the attention of collectors. As with all coins, the value of the 2000 dime can be influenced by factors such as its condition, mint mark, and potential minting errors. Coins that are in excellent condition, free from scratches or wear, are typically worth more than those that have been heavily circulated. One of the most significant factors affecting the value of the 2000 dime, as with many other coins, is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that differs from the intended design. These errors can range from minor flaws to dramatic and highly collectible misprints. In the case of the 2000 dime, one of the most sought-after minting errors is the double die variety. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, resulting in a coin with a design that is doubled or offset. This can often be seen in the lettering of the coin, such as the word Liberty or the phrase, "In God We Trust." Dimes with this error can be worth significantly more than regular, unblemished coins, especially if the doubling is clear and pronounced. Another error to watch out for is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the striking process, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted to one side. Off-center strikes are relatively rare and are highly prized by collectors due to their uniqueness. Coins with severe off-center strikes can be especially valuable, as they represent a dramatic departure from the typical coin design. In addition to minting errors, the condition of the 2000 dime plays a critical role in determining its value. Coins that have been well preserved and remain in mint state or uncirculated condition are generally worth more than those that have been worn down through circulation. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for dimes that show no signs of wear, discoloration, or damage. As a result, coins in excellent condition can fetch significantly higher prices than their face value. Of course, the real value of the 2000 dime lies in those rare examples that combine multiple desirable features. A 2000 dime with a double die error, for instance, in pristine condition, could be worth thousands of dollars to a serious collector. While most of the 2000 dimes in circulation are worth just 10 cents, those that are in exceptional condition or that feature rare minting errors can sell for much more. And then there are the really exceptional cases, the truly rare 2000 dimes that have achieved astounding values. One such coin, a 2000 Roosevelt dime with a notable minting error, recently fetched $110,000 at auction. This coin, which was in excellent condition and featured a highly visible minting error, captured the attention of numismatists and collectors alike. The immense value of this coin demonstrates just how much the world of coin collecting is driven by rarity, quality, and history. As we look back at the 2001 dime coin, it's amazing to think that something so small and unassuming could hold such significance. Whether it's the historical context of the year 2000, the enduring legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the unique minting errors, or the sheer quality of some exceptional coins, the 2000 dime has become a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. For collectors, it represents both a challenge and an opportunity to find a coin that could potentially be worth thousands, or even $110,000, one day. So, if you happen to come across a 2000 dime, take a moment to examine it closely. You might just be holding a piece of history, and, if you're lucky, a coin that could change your life. In the year 2004, the United States was bustling with anticipation for a number of key moments that would shape its history. It was a year marked by significant political events, a continued boom in technology, and a sense of optimism for the future. It was also a time when a humble 10-cent coin, the 1 dime, was circulating through the pockets and wallets of millions of Americans. The 2004 1 dime coin, like all coins produced by the U.S. Mint, may seem simple at first glance. However, when we dive into the history, the design, the minting process, and the fascinating world of coin collecting, we can uncover the hidden stories that make this particular coin one worth paying attention to. The year 2004 was pivotal for a number of reasons. The country was in the midst of a contentious presidential election, with President George W. Bush seeking re-election for a second term. The political landscape was charged with debates over issues like the war in Iraq, the economy, and national security. In addition, the rise of digital technologies and the internet was continuing to transform American society. The country's economy was in recovery from the dot-com crash, and people were slowly adjusting to the realities of the post-9/11 world. As the nation faced these monumental challenges and transitions, the U.S. Mint continued to produce its currency, coins and bills, that would become a tangible representation of the times. The 2004 dime, like other dimes produced before it, featured the iconic portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, forever immortalized on this small but powerful piece of American history. But beyond its appearance and its daily circulation, the 2004 dime holds a unique place in numismatic history. Let's first take a step back and examine the history of the dime itself. The U.S. dime was introduced in 1796, with a design featuring a small eagle on the reverse side. Over the years, the dime underwent several design changes, but in 1946, the United States Mint decided to honor the legacy of President Roosevelt by placing his likeness on the obverse of the coin. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945, was remembered for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His likeness was placed on the dime as a symbol of his enduring influence on the country. Since 1946, the design of the Roosevelt dime has remained largely unchanged, though subtle modifications have been made over the years. The 2004 dime is no exception. On the obverse, we see Roosevelt's profile facing left. The words, "Liberty," are inscribed above the portrait, while the words, "In God We Trust," appear to the right, and the year, 2004, is located just below Roosevelt's neck. This simple, elegant design serves as a powerful reminder of Roosevelt's leadership and the ideals of liberty that are foundational to American democracy. On the reverse side of the coin, the design features the classic image of a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These three symbols represent the American ideals of liberty, peace, and strength. The torch is a universal symbol of freedom, while the olive branch represents peace and the oak branch represents strength. The words, "United States of America," are inscribed above the image, and the phrase, "E pluribus unum," meaning, out of many, one, is located just below the branches. This design has been used since 1946, and it remains one of the most enduring symbols of American coinage. Now, let's talk about the production process behind the 2004 dime. Like all U.S. coins, the dimes produced in 2004 were minted at the U.S. Mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. The coins from Philadelphia are marked with the letter P to indicate their place of origin, while the coins from Denver are marked with a D mint mark. The U.S. Mint produced millions of dimes in 2004 to meet the demands of everyday transactions. These coins were distributed to banks and then released into circulation, where they quickly became part of daily life for Americans. The 2004 dime was minted using an alloy of copper and nickel, known as cupronickel, which gives the coin its distinct silver-like appearance. The coin has a weight of 2.27 grams and a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. The small size and durability of the dime make it one of the most frequently used coins in the United States, serving as a key part of everyday commerce. But as with many coins, some 2004 dimes were produced with special characteristics that set them apart from the rest. These coins were struck with special attention to quality and were made available to collectors through various sets. These proof coins, created with higher quality dies and processes, are polished and specially crafted to achieve a mirror-like finish. These proof versions of the 2004 dime were sold through the U.S. Mint's website and included in special coin sets. While they were not intended for circulation, they quickly became highly sought after by collectors who value them for their beauty and rarity, but it's not just the proof versions of the 2004 dime that interest collectors. As with all coins, there is a fascination with rare and unusual minting errors. Errors can occur during the minting process, resulting in coins that have unique characteristics or deviations from the intended design. These errors can significantly increase the value of a coin, as collectors seek out these distinctive pieces to add to their collections. One of the most common errors that can be found in the 2004 dime is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the striking process, resulting in part of the design being missing or shifted to one side. While minor off-center strikes may not be worth much more than the face value of the coin, more dramatic examples can be worth significantly more, particularly if they feature a clear and noticeable misalignment. Another error that can make the 2004 dime more valuable is the double die variety. This happens when the coin's design is struck multiple times, causing parts of the design to appear doubled or blurred. This is often most noticeable in the lettering on the coin, such as the word Liberty or the phrase, "In God We Trust." Double die errors are highly sought after by collectors, as they are relatively rare and add a unique, historical element to the coin. Some collectors also look for 2004 dimes that have been well preserved or are in uncirculated condition. Coins that are free from scratches, dings, or discoloration are more valuable than those that have been worn down by years of circulation. A coin in pristine condition is seen as a rare find, and collectors are often willing to pay a premium for a coin that shows little to no sign of wear. As with many other coins, the rarity and desirability of the 2004 dime can increase significantly if it is a part of a special set or series. For example, certain 2004 dimes that were issued as part of the 50 state quarters program have garnered attention from collectors due to their association with the series. This program, which began in 1999 and continued until 2008, featured a different state design on the reverse of each coin, and it captivated the imaginations of coin collectors across the country. While the 2004 dime itself did not feature a state design, it was issued during the height of the 50 state quarters program, adding a layer of historical significance to the coin. Now, let's move on to the truly extraordinary cases, the coins that have achieved impressive values through their rarity, condition, and unique characteristics. As the world of coin collecting continues to evolve, the value of certain coins can skyrocket, especially when they feature rare errors or are in pristine condition. The 2004 dime is no exception to this trend. While most 2004 dimes are worth just their face value of 10 cents, certain coins have been known to fetch impressive amounts at auction. For example, a particularly rare 2004 dime with an off-center strike and in exceptional condition recently sold for $102,000 at auction. This coin, which had been carefully preserved and featured a dramatic minting error, caught the attention of collectors and numismatists alike. The auction price serves as a testament to the demand for rare coins and the lengths to which collectors are willing to go to acquire them. So, what makes a coin like the 2004 dime so valuable? It's not just about the coin itself, it's about the history, the rarity, and the significance of the piece. Coins are more than just currency, they are tangible representations of a moment in time. Whether it's the political climate of the early 2000s, the ongoing legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, or the unique minting errors that can make a coin stand out, the 2004 dime holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. If you happen to stumble across a 2004 dime in your pocket change, take a moment to examine it. While most may not be worth much more than their 10-cent face value, you never know, your next find could be worth $102,000, just waiting to be discovered. In 2014, the United States was in the midst of a rapidly changing political, economic, and social landscape. The economy had fully recovered from the Great Recession of 2008, and the country was beginning to experience a period of steady growth. The political atmosphere was dominated by the second term of President Barack Obama, as he pursued healthcare reform and initiatives aimed at boosting the middle class. Yet, amid all the events that were taking place, there was a small, almost unnoticeable item that continued to circulate in pockets, purses, and cash registers across the nation. The 2014 one-dime coin. The U.S. Mint continued to produce coins in 2014, and like all of them, the 2014 dime would serve as a representation of the economic and political times it came from. Though these small coins often go unnoticed, they tell a story of their own. Their design, production, and eventual place in the world of coin collecting are often far more fascinating than we might expect. So, as we dive into the details of the 2014 one-dime coin, we will see how this seemingly ordinary piece of currency holds a unique place in history and the world of numismatics. First, let's discuss the historical context of the 2014 one-dime coin. As mentioned, this coin was minted during the second term of President Obama's presidency. While many of the coins circulating in the country were marked with the date 2014, these coins were not intended to commemorate any specific event. In fact, the design of the 2014 dime, like many coins, followed the long-standing tradition established by the U.S. Mint. In terms of symbolism, the dime was tied to the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's image had graced the obverse of the dime since 1946, after his death. The decision to honor Roosevelt was made not only for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II but also for his role in the creation of the March of Dimes campaign, which aimed to combat polio, a disease that had greatly affected Roosevelt himself. This association with the fight against polio gives the dime a significant place in U.S. history, and the 2014 version of the coin continued to carry that legacy. The 2014 dime features the classic design that has remained in place since 1946. On the obverse, we see the profile of President Roosevelt facing left, his face a testament to the history of the United States. The inscription, "Liberty," appears above Roosevelt's head, while the phrase, "In God We Trust," is to his right. The year, 2014, appears just beneath Roosevelt's neck. This timeless image is a familiar one to collectors and the general public alike, as it has become synonymous with the dime. On the reverse of the coin, we find a design that has been in place since 1946 as well. It features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, each symbolizing core American values. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch signifies peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. The inscription, "United States of America," arches across the top of the coin, while the phrase, "E pluribus unum," meaning, out of many, one, is located just below the branches. These elements make the reverse of the 2014 dime a reflection of the nation's ideals. Now, let's move on to the minting details of the 2014 dime. Just like all U.S. coins, the dime was produced at one of the two main minting facilities in the United States, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Dimes produced at the Philadelphia Mint bear the letter P as a mint mark, while dimes from the Denver Mint are marked with the letter D. The 2014 dime was minted in large quantities to meet the needs of everyday circulation, ensuring that millions of dimes would find their way into wallets and into the hands of people across the country. The 2014 dime, like other modern dimes, was made from a blend of copper and nickel, known as cupronickel. The coin weighs 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. The coin size and weight are typical of the dime, allowing it to serve as a small but valuable piece of currency in everyday transactions. The design, though simple, remains an enduring part of American coinage. Over the years, the 2014 dime would become just another coin among many, circulating through the economy and contributing to the flow of goods and services. However, while the vast majority of 2014 dimes were used in regular transactions, there are always special coins that stand out from the rest. Coins that are carefully examined by collectors, and sometimes, they reveal the unique qualities that make them valuable far beyond their face value. Minting errors are a major factor in determining the value of a coin. These errors can occur at any point during the coin's production, and they can make the coin a sought-after piece for collectors. For example, one of the most common errors that collectors look for in any coin, including the 2014 dime, is the off-center strike. An off-center strike occurs when the blank coin is misaligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be cut off or appear off-center. While some off-center dimes are minor and worth little more than their face value, others can be quite dramatic and fetch high prices on the market. Another error that can significantly increase a coin's value is the double die variety. A double die occurs when the design is struck more than once, resulting in the image appearing doubled or blurred. This error can make certain parts of the design, such as the letters and numbers, appear blurry or thickened. Double die coins are highly sought after because they are relatively rare and visually distinctive. For the 2014 dime, a double die error could make a seemingly ordinary coin worth far more than the typical 10 cents. Other errors include coins with unusual die cracks, die clashes, or even coins with improper metal compositions. These errors are much rarer than off-center strikes or double dies, but they can be worth thousands of dollars if the conditions are right. The thrill of discovering these unique errors in circulation is what draws many collectors to search through change or purchase coin rolls, hoping to find the next big find. As we venture into the world of coin collecting, it's important to note that even coins without minting errors can be valuable if they are in pristine condition. Dimes that have been well preserved over the years are always in demand among collectors, especially those who are focused on assembling complete sets of dimes from different years. Coins that are uncirculated or in proof condition are especially prized, as they are often considered more valuable due to their exceptional quality. While the 2014 dime may not be the rarest or most unusual coin in the world, its potential for being a valuable collector's item is certainly there. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that stand out, and even a small, seemingly insignificant coin can be worth far more than its face value if it has the right attributes. In fact, there have been some very rare and unique 2014 dimes that have fetched impressive sums at auction. One particular 2014 dime, featuring an off-center strike and in pristine condition, recently sold for an astounding $98,000. This particular coin, which had been carefully preserved by its previous owner and featured a striking minting error, caught the attention of numismatists and collectors alike. As news of its sale spread, the world of coin collecting took notice, and the auction price highlighted the strong demand for rare and valuable dimes. So, what exactly makes a coin like the 2014 dime worth such a significant amount? It's the combination of rarity, condition, and the uniqueness of the coin that drives its value. In the case of the $98,000 sale, the coin's off-center strike and immaculate preservation made it a highly sought-after piece. It's a reminder that even the most seemingly ordinary coins can sometimes hold extraordinary value. If you ever happen to come across a 2014 dime in your change, it's worth taking a closer look. While the chances of finding a coin worth thousands of dollars may seem slim, it's the possibility of discovering a rare and valuable minting error that keeps collectors hunting. You never know, the next 2014 dime you find could be the one that makes you part of the fascinating world of rare coin collecting, with a value of $98,000 attached to it.